Morning, guys. Alright, so the video that posted this morning's only been out for, what time is it? It's almost 10, so it's been out 2 hours. And I find myself mostly in comments having to explain, I guess, the guinea situation. Okay, so let me say this. I never said, I don't think I ever said in my video that Lester was shooting my guineas. I know that I was told, I didn't see the video of him. I mean, I try to watch all of everybody's videos, Dad's, Bree's, Jake's. I try to keep up with all the videos. It's hard. This gray, take care of that gray. So, sorry, squirrel. Gray. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's videos. I must have missed the video of him shooting with the BB gun, trying to scare the guineas. All I knew was that someone had, I just told this to Mom the other day when we went to town. She had to go to the bank, and I rode with her, and we went to McDonald's and got an ice cream cone and came home. I said that one of my guineas was in my goat house, and it's unusual for them to be in the goat house, and she was laying like over in the corner, and I thought she was laying an egg there. And but guineas, you know, they're wild. They're you know, the chickens will just lay there while you walk around them. But she got up and moved. There was no egg underneath her, but when she ran past me, she had something real dark and black on her chest, or toward the corner of her chest. And so then I had to chase her down in that goat house. And praise God, it's a small little confined spot, and I was able to catch her. And it was dirty. The black, I guess, was dirt. She had a little bitty tiny hole, just a perfect little, I thought it was the BB. It was a BB. I had not seen Lester's video. Let me clarify that. I hadn't seen it. I just said, ooh, looks like you got a BB in you. It was just a comment I made to a stupid bird in my arm that I'm trying to see what's wrong with her. She had pulled the feathers out around it. In fact, the feathers were in the goat house where she had looked like she'd been like picking at it and pulling the feathers, and there was maggots on it. And I thought, well, she may not make it. I don't know how deep that wound was. I don't know if it was a BB. I just made a joke to a bird. Do you have a BB in you, girl? And lo and behold, if later that evening or the next day when I don't know, one of my videos came out, I didn't say anything about guineas in it. And none of the comments were about guineas except for one, where a girl said, somebody said, a lady, I can't believe, you know, Lester's out there. Oh, you need to take care of your guineas. You need to bring them home. I can't believe that you would be so disrespectful to let, you know, your guineas run over on Lester's property. They're eating all of his seeds. He's had to start shooting at him with the BB gun. That was a comment. There were actually a couple of comments about my guineas. That was, I thought, the rudest comment about being disrespectful. I don't try to be, or aim to be, or I try very hard not to be disrespectful to anyone. So, you know, I honestly, I think I blocked her. Because I'm thinking, I'm not going to have somebody come and preach to me on my page. And so, but immediately I thought that, what went into my head immediately after dealing with her and taking care of her and taking her off my, and she can watch my videos all day long, but she can't make comments anymore. I'm not going to read the negative comments. I'm just not. I got too much going on in my life with my son and, you know, my house and my yard and my family when they need me for this, that, and the other, to deal with the negative in comments, you know. So I'm not going to deal with it. But then I thought, oh my gosh, I bet that was a BB. I don't know if he shot her purposely. I don't think he would. I don't think he would purposely go and shoot the animals, no matter what they are. I do believe that he probably was shooting with his BB gun, and the ground is so hard right now that we haven't had rain, that I think it probably ricocheted up and hit her in the chest. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was testing, I'd gotten a little BB pistol, the little pistols that are BBs with the CO2, O2, whatever that's called, little canister things that you screw into them. And I come out here and I was shooting off toward this way, toward those trees out there. I didn't have goats then. This was a few years back. I didn't have any goats. Steph didn't. I don't think she had goats at that time either. It was just an open field, and I was aiming at that pecan tree with my BB gun. And I'm not lying. One of the BBs hit the leg to the trampoline. Before I realized it, it hit that, and I heard it, and I was like, because I jumped, because I don't want to ricochet something and come back and hit me, and I was like, crap. And then I looked over, and one of my roosters, at the time, I guess I had a couple of roosters, because I haven't had roosters in a long time till I got Big Red, when he was hatched here, and then the other roosters got brought here. But at the time, I guess I had a couple of roosters. It hit one of them roosters in the back of the head. It killed him. He flopped around out here. It was scary watching him. I know you hear about, chickens flopping around with like their heads cut off or something, because I think that's a thing, that they've still got movement in their body, like snakes. When you kill a snake and its body still squirms. It didn't chop his head off. It was just a BB that popped him in the back of the head, but he flopped around out here. It made me scared. It made me sad. I started crying. I didn't want roosters and didn't like roosters, but I didn't want to kill one. And so accidents happen. And so I never said, now I know I made a joke yesterday, and it was a joke, and I think a lot of people took it, because I've had a lot of people come to Lester's defense this morning in comments, and I feel like, no, okay, now I'm defending myself. I don't want to defend myself in comments. I have guineas. They go all over the place. Dad's guineas go all over the place. Dad's guineas used to come here. I never had anything that it bothered me that the guineas were here. You know, I didn't plant seeds for things and things like that. I've thought so many times about taking seeds out and throwing them in the front yard, the wild flower seeds, and the sunflower, not sunflowers, but what do they call it? Anyway, wildflower seeds. And I was going to throw them in the front yard at some bare spots where in the shade, it was a shade mix. Because I've got some areas in the front where the trees are so sort of thick that I don't get a lot of good grass way out closer to the road. And I thought, well, I could throw bluebonnets out there and then that wildflower mix. And I thought, well, my chickens are just going to eat that up. So I've never done it. So I know the frustration he has with planting that seed over there and guineas coming over. I started out with 15 guineas. I counted the other day 11. Last night when everything roosted, I only could find 9. I'm not saying that he's killing guineas, but if they're going away, if they're disappearing, if the dogs are catching them, if something's happening, I'm not going to get more guineas. I know Daddy's got guineas down there. He's fixing to hatch, and he said something about it. I'm going to bring you some too. I love the guineas. I'm not going to lie. I love having the guineas here. They start out in the morning around in the yards, and then they work their way out. And I have had no ticks in my yard, no fleas in my yard, no mites, all those little things that are in the ground that guineas and chickens eat on. But the guineas are so thorough. I'm not lying. And snakes. Guineas will kill a snake way faster. Chickens will fight a snake sometimes. Guineas will fight a snake and kill it. And I've only had that one snake this whole summer. And usually during the summer, I have to deal with several snakes during the summer out around the chicken coop. And I haven't had to do that this year. So I just want to clarify that I hate my guineas going to Lester's. And I hate that he's having to do something to get them out of there. I don't know if they can eat as much as his own geese and ducks and chickens. I don't know what he still has over there and what he has taken to Longhorn Lester's. But they're not his. So he looks out and he sees his own ducks or chickens or geese eating seed is completely different from looking out, oh, well, now here's Kim's stuff eating my. So I get his frustration, but I never said that he was purposely killing. I just said if he does, eventually there won't be any guineas left and they won't be bothering him over there. But that's the only guinea. I have one limping. I don't know if that was a BB or she's just limping for some other reason. I just had that one guinea that had a perfect little, what I thought before I even knew anything about a BB gun, was a perfect little BB size hole in her chest. I'm not saying that he did it on purpose. It may not even have been a BB. Dadgum, it could have been something else. Maybe she ran into wire or a stick or something. I don't know. I just know that she did pass away. I found her body, but I don't think that Lester is purposely running around out there, you know, shooting the birds. I don't think that's happening. So I don't need all the comments coming at me with, oh, you know, well, you're wrong for letting your birds go over there, or the comments saying, you know, that the shame of Lester, he's supposed to love animals and he's shooting birds. I don't know that he's shooting them. I just said that one may have ricocheted up and hit her in the chest, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people have just blown that way out of proportion. So I just wanted to clarify that, and I'm going to stick this out there real quick with no ads. Just get it and understand that I don't need to hear all that, and I don't want to. I put a video out of Levi swimming and the yard and stuff, and in a little bitty section of it I talked about the guineas, and that's all I've heard about are the guineas and the grass seed. And I hate that they're going over there and eating his seed. And I hate that he feels like he has to shoot at them or shoot around them or scare them and, you know, whatever. So I just want to clear. I don't want people, oh, well, I can't, I'm ashamed of Lester. I'm not going to watch his page. He's trying to scare off birds that he doesn't want there eating his seeds. And I get it. I mean, I get it. I don't want my birds dying, but I don't want them bothering somebody either. So, it is what it is. All right, love you guys.